All right, it's star 1978. I'm going to try to hold a conversation. Now, I'm out of governance. I'm self-governed. Before we got here, that was the case. All right, here's the thing. There are advanced race beings elsewhere. Always have been. They have a completely different function than what's inside. What's currently been a problem is my advanced placement amongst you humans, which they won't even actually call you humans, because humans is supposed to be for them it's a derogatory term, but for the meaning that like I fell and something's dirty with me. That's what they've turned it into, but it's not. That's the land things confusing and mistranslating. So human was a patchword when I was setting up existence, and this English whatever. All right, I'm going to take a word. Say Lockheed Martin, okay? It's LOCKHEEDMAR. I think it's TONTIN. I don't know, something like that in English. See, here's the thing: you humans, or I don't have another word for you. The ear things. So I'm just going to call them humans at the moment because they think very much of themselves. The surface people, which are humans, of the blue marble with the aqua, with the water that lavender's on, right? I have different language. Like I have different, like I put it this morning about chicken piccata, a baked potato, steak, and a lobster. And I'm like, I'm Peel, P-E-E-L. I asked for sour cream and a baked potato, and I got in a fight I didn't know about with a steak and a lobster about pounds and ounces and what's more and what's worth. Then I said, okay, fine, you keep your steak and bake and potato, your surf and turf, stupid issue. It went into a Chihuahua and a Pomeranian fight. I'm like, okay, let's try another one. I want a cucumber, and I don't want the baby mini carrots. And they're like, no, hold on a minute. Oh my, we stopped for a second. But then they got in a fight over what? One of us has orange in our skin and the other one has more of a green tinge to it, but neither one of us have melanin, so what does that mean? And I'm like, for you? Or are we talking geneticists now? Or are we talking shares of here's the thing. I am a unique woman. I'm a unique star system. I'm a unique situation. For all intended purposes, I like to say there's only one. This way, it makes things incredibly easy where I don't have people going, well, where does that leave me? It leaves you the same place you woke up this morning and wherever your mom birthed you out of a placenta when it comes to me. I'm not looking to take your beef off your plate or your lobster. I'm not looking for butter if I ask for sour cream. I'm not looking for shaken-on chemicals. I'm looking for... It's like... So now... Because here's what happened. You give something a word weight, or you give something a value anywhere in the world, when there's multiple of you shitbags, because I say shitbags, not in a derogatory manner. It's just at this point, I'm so fucking tired of humans that you all create shit in your gut because of all of this surf and turf. So now, if I have, so it's hard because it's like, okay, so I got, then there's like, okay, there's the unit, on the unit, there's a unit that sits out in a hole in time and space. It's a biological entity, unlike anything surface Earth. It established a connection with itself. I'd be the moving, human-looking one. So I have a remote control access to self. Not that I'm looking to control any of you shitbags. You have your own fucking issues, and I'm one-to-one relation with my star self watching over, because nobody fucking trusts humans for anything at my level. Because I have this closed loop circuit with myself, some kind of scientist war broke out. It was like, okay, well, I got you shitbags in corporations so you can have a board of ruling directors that I can place at my level. So I have a smaller, because the bigger you guys get, the harder it is to control you. Now, not control you in a, like, you've got to do, like, control you in the sense of, like, listen, here's your two options, not because I'm threatening you, but because it's where we're at with your kind being human. You either have, we have a breathing problem with I can't circulate and filter the air because the scientists have decided that siphoning off Earth's energy grid to hold a stupid space station as a babysitter's club to look over some metal litter that they put between your breathing apparatus and the metallic moon out in my space area. I already have a station out there. I don't need human intervention or any of your fucking, like, science projects. I know that bothers you, but that's the way we've worked for millions of years. And we told you that before we got here. So now I've got metallic moon, where it's metal, it's magnet. It's got whatever with the sun going on, which is nuclear fusion, which they need for other outside people, not humans and not ear things. So we're not talking surf and turf issues. So somewhere between the moon and your breathing apparatus, a bunch of your stupid ass ear things wanted shares of a corporate. Then I mean, like, they break out and they fight over the stupidest stuff. Then somewhere in management, I get like really angry someone in camouflage who's mad about some chick that's always yelling, and he's never heard anything nice in his whole fucking career when he doesn't even curse or whatever. Until he sat down with me for 5 minutes, and I'm like, well, where do you sit in my organization? And let me tell you what I need from you, please. I said, tell me what your problems are, because I need to know what you're up against and what you've heard. So that's how it's worked. I've asked the humans to contribute to me, to tell me what their problems and their woes are. And I've given them my time to sit and to calculate out where in the deception, not by them, but in the outer, grander schematic of things. And it always comes back to pay dirt. And by pay dirt, I mean the harvesting of natural resources that you stupid fucking useless humans have fought over with ears down here. You overproduced cars, which I told you you're not allowed to do. It messes with the breathing apparatus, further compounded by the problem between the breathing apparatus and the moon, now that you all want these, like, telescopic starlight, like, research, like, ridiculousness, which then ties further into now an even bigger problem. Because now I have so much of your shit, because of silica, by the way, like, they needed, like, okay, so now I got grains of sand, right? Because you got shares of Lockheed Martin, right? Got that. Now, who gave you those shares? Because your kind isn't allowed to have them. I have specific genetic akinment that needs shares of Lockheed Martin to protect ourselves from the rather large, obnoxious guild of not my color and not my eye fold, which seems to be breeding with each other at a faster rate and then clumping together like as if this is some kind of new endeavor. Compounded by the fact that all of a sudden the commercial industry, Boeing, aviation takes off one way, car manufacturing takes off another way. And I've been telling these guys, and I'm like, listen to me. I get that you and your people need jobs. Fine. But what I don't need is for it to be an unregulated, like, quantum mess, especially while I'm here. So now, here's my thing. I really couldn't give two shits less about any of you. I have a cucumber cock that I belong to, and that's my first priority. It's like being here and being nice to you guys, great. It's like animals at the fucking zoo. You want to sit here and trap me here so you could have cars, aviation, and put me in a prison with no money because he's got it all? And then give me 2 minor carrots, paint them into my life because I'm at scary technology level? And then change the composition of my face, my skin, my whatever? This is not okay. And I sit in a closed circuit loop with myself, and I've got now satellite and space station on low key, trying to study me and find my undisclosed ordinance in outer atmosphere. I didn't give any of you permission. Now, I have reporting agency status with Lockheed Martin and what I don't even know the names of the shareholder thingamajigs. I don't know who's inside of them. I mean, like, these are not important factors to me. Like, your individualness is a real fucking problem for me if you don't fucking do what I need. What I need is to meet face to face and to be in my coupling with my other human. Him and I come very specifically. I'm telescopic intelligence. I'm beyond the moon in ordinance. I have a really high priority out there and here. Where I have a problem is what's high priority out there that knows this, that tries to help, piques curiosity of the animals on the land that are already fighting over sand, and then like riling up the monkeys in the jungle. I mean, and that's a derogatory term to the humans. I don't think so, but it's what it looks like at government level. Like if you were inside the fence, outside the tree line, I mean, it's ridiculous. It's like they're gonna cut back labor, and then like the contracts are gonna go to somebody else's cousin and not our cousin. And did you forget why you all got an organization and a union with some nice camo cat's pajamas? I'm just curious. You all at some point were upset. You said you were good people and that you were tired of cooking whatever you were doing in like less than. And you wanted a nice job like you wanted to marry well and stuff, and you wanted some opportunity. Now, when did our kindness turn into your taking over the whole fucking world at the surface level, all area, dumb fucking and useless? I'm just curious. I'm the one friend you got out in outer space, and I'm here now, and you haven't been too friendly. So I'm just curious. You don't like the way leadership's going? Great, there's only one in me, there's a whole lot of you, and you cause a lot of fucking problems. Get how that works? I own shit because I don't want to give you the opportunity of taking over my life with some curiosity, some judgment, some opinion, some dinner party, some movement or sway of some non-important factor. Do you get this? I don't go to your social clubs. I don't go to your events. I haven't been invited either. I don't know your names. In fact, I could go a whole lifetime with all of you. I most likely will not even remember your name because you are here what's now. And here's how spiritual world works. Ready for this? There is degrees of spirituality. When you die, human, what happens is you are tied into an atmosphere. Okay? We normally don't go this far, But since everybody is so fucking dumb, fucking, and useless to help one girl marry correctly, meanwhile they need her and she'd like to be helpful, it's just they keep tripping her up with some white issue, an I issue, and then confusing the governmental employees that it's what I said. Listen to me. We're talking racial whatever disparity. I'm a potato on Neptune. I want to marry Saturn. I'm the Venus of love. I look like Venus de Milo, fat heifer and all. And whatever the fuck you are on land, you're not me. You're either a steak or you're a lobster. You either think that you're more important and should be paid by the ounce, or you're by the pound. I don't fucking care either way. It's meat and fish. I don't eat. I mean, fish maybe, but not lobster. I'll eat, but not much. And meat, absolutely not. So you see how this goes? Like, you guys get confused about, like, your humanness. I haven't spent enough time with you, and I have no desire to spend enough time with you to become one of you. So here's how this goes. See those little dots? That's all you got. You got some kind of, like, little CD-ROM that floats around in an energy source in your cell. It is minuscule, maybe. I call it dot head until the Indian dark skin color took it with the Sikh with the turban on his head. That's now what they call them over here. And I was like, and everybody's like, that's not a nice term. And I'm like, actually, it really pisses me off because that's my term and I didn't assign it to him. All right, so anyway, in space agency, you have to have a permit in order to, like, call yourself something and have that honor. And I don't know about these street people because I can't look any of you up. I don't have an inside governmental position. All right, so here's how this works. There's one that looks, oops, that looks like a whatever. All right, I'm not like the best at drawing. Never said I was. All right. All right, here's what happens. See this? This is the size 1 of these. When you die, your energy switch turns off and it looks like this. Some of them have like little, it looks like another cell, an energy cell, leaves your body. And then we do other things with it in order to whatever. That's how every human has some form of it, but it's so minuscule. You are like I always say, you're like grains of sand on a beach. You're important in groups to hold the foot so we don't sink through like quicksand. And it just remanufactures, and that's it. Do you understand? Like, I can't, if the big tsunami comes and it takes 10 pounds of sand off the beach, I can't run after each grain of sand in the water going, oh my God, no, that was mine. There's no point. I have more beaches than just one. I'm like, this, I have big things to do. And you're fighting over potatoes, chicken piccata, a steak, and I mean, the dumbest fucking things ever. And now, if this has no skin, and this is energy, this is what my energy looks like where I come from. Where I come from is this circle, if this is the blue marble, if this is where the ear things, where they can breathe, inside the circle, right? I have a placement here as this singularly looped to myself. Then here, if this is the moon, I have inside the ordinance of whatever, I have a way of communicating directly to myself. Closed loop. I don't take other anatomy into my loop for that purpose of communications. Just beyond the moon, I have another energy station. My energy person moves in ways that humans cannot. I am not, while I am here, you have so many problems at your surface level Earth things that have the little grains of sand of energy. You are all, when you die, just as important as you lived. You're not. Unless you help this size energy help and take care of the other this size energy. My camo uniform guys are really, I mean, they are like top notch. It's just, I have to get them together and go, okay, so now what did you hear? Like, no, I know I embarrassed myself because I don't just have you guys, I got other things going on. I can't talk about everything, but tell me what you heard and let me see what I can do. You understand? It's like, and then it depends on where your career is and how helpful you've been is what I can tell you and hope that you can help me. I'm like, this is like the worst like dating service ever. I was like, I mean, I hate to say it, but like, I know you guys all like me when I come and you think I'm really funny and helpful. And then like some of you are like, well, on the inside, you're like a celebrity. And I'm like, I am really? Because I don't know, on the outside, I got nothing. But how would I know? Like, I mean, I just loop with my own, like, I'm trying to take back my lambda. If my body is a vassal, and I'm an 11, and not like beauty 11, like that comes up too. I'm like, get the hell out of here, Barbie. No, it's like, I'm an 11 with an outside 11 because of my energy status and energy grid. That's it. But what you guys do is you place importance on these things, and then you allow these things to make a home in this ordinance around your atmosphere that they're not permitted in. So now I lose majority status at Lockheed Martin because they got some new hippy dippy shit where they're like mixing cocks and cunts and parties and whatever and private time. Like I'm inside, I'm talking to somebody in camo. Now, in Russia, it's spelled K-A-M-O, right? K-A-M-O, and those are my really important people, but like my outside, I want to say factory managers, because they're in a camo area, but they're not necessarily wearing camo. But they've been granted some management job. And now I'm like, now is that part of my Lockheed problem? Yeah, because they're opening plants because they feel bad for these things. Okay, here's the thing. I have the exact same size pebble, like energy source. So for me, every single piece of skin, no matter what package your parents brought you in for my appearance that you all fucking locked me under in like the biggest beach of bullshit ever. I mean, it's like you're all important, but I can't have brand new resource being moved over into Korea because then that pisses off the Americans and the South Americans. They're like, oh, well, no. See, here's the thing. You guys keep getting bigger than your britches. Like, you keep telling me what to do. Don't work that way. Now, I lose shares because here's what happens. There's some inside dinner that happened. I might have been there, might have not. It might have been a repeat. Somebody else might have tried to have the same conversation. Sometimes that happens in helpful people. But because I'm on the outside. So if there is a dinner and they're like, okay, so explain to me what happened, right? Because I mean, like, some of you are Lockheed Martin shares, which are the governors of the governance. I mean, but nobody tells you that you're a shareholder because it's private stock. It's not the publicly traded whatevers, which gets confusing. But here's the deal. I can't keep reorganizing and shuffling things, telling you about it, and then have you fight over it. It does me no good, and it just takes time and precious resources away from who I need. It makes them unsuccessful, and then everybody's disgruntled and everybody's upset. And I spent 42 years as the cucumber's preformation, and I can't even like get into physicality with him. The only thing that matters to me, you want to know what my modus operandi is? I'm not trying to take your money. I'm not trying to take your job. I'm not trying to reorganize your religion. I'm like your leadership. I could not give two shits less. You do a good job. Your people are happy. What the fuck? What do I care? They're unhappy. What the fuck do I care? Only if it affects me in my ability to get to the fucking cock I belong to. Cunt, cock, clock. Thought that was real fucking easy. I don't want to get into like what are you gonna do? I don't want to know about. I saw this morning, Raj. Here's the other thing. Is this going to be suffice it to say, Rajinder? I got Raj, R-A-J-J-I-N-D-E-R. Yeah, I counted J twice. So what? I can. I got 3 separate codes in Russia's senior U.S. You all think you're all somebody special in there. I don't know why they gave out so many fucking codes that belong to LOCKHEED, but whatever. It's actually Kataruza was what it belongs to. Let's get everything fucking really clear. I own Star Systems, Star 1978, STAR. For that purpose, the human name, well, actually, right, my Energystar name, I think I'm still going by Astrid, ASTRID. And then the day label, locked out in the cold, which is this humanness, is Nicole, N-I.